A Fox 10 exclusive tonight. We hear from a family member of a woman who was murdered, allegedly by her own son. Her body was found yesterday morning in a field in Santan Valley.
The investigation included a fake kidnapping call made by her son, according to authorities. Fox 10's Brian Webb is live tonight with more. Brian.
Well, the family's still trying to come to grips with this, an almost unheard of crime, losing one family member allegedly at the hands of another.
She was such an incredible human being. And
Rebecca Hatch was the niece of Mary Collier until yesterday. The 38-year-old's body was found by a jogger Wednesday morning in a Santan Valley field. Investigators believe Mary's 18-year-old son killed her.
I didn't believe it at first. I thought it must be some kind of prank, some kind of sick Halloween joke. But tragically, it turned out to be true.
Rebecca says her aunt was the caretaker of the family, putting everyone else's needs above hers and relying on her faith to make it happen.
Mary was a Mormon in the strongest sense of the word. She was so passionate about her faith. She was so devoted to it. And she touched the people around her and she inspired them with the way that she was selfless.
The big question is why. Rebecca says her family cannot begin to understand, especially since the mother and son always seemed so close.
That of all the people in this family, Mary was the one he loved the most. She was the one he respected the most. This is just, it's inexplicable. It is completely incomprehensible, and it comes completely out of nowhere.
Rebecca says the entire family will come together soon and find a way to move on, honoring Mary's life by following in her footsteps.
I'm sure that if I could have heard her last words, it would have been about her family, about the people that she loved, and that's the kind of person that she was.
The family is still working on funeral arrangements. In the meantime, they've set up a GoFundMe page to help pay for them. And we have a link at fox10phoenix.com. Live in Phoenix, Brian Webb, Fox 10 News.
We're learning more now about a Tempe man arrested after skeletal remains were found in his freezer.
Police records say 51-year-old Joseph Hill Jr. admitted to keeping his father's corpse for over 4 years. Fox 10's Lauren Clark joins us now to share how police made the discovery.
Well, Tempe police say they first received a tip that there was a body inside a refrigerator in this backyard. When police first arrived, they say Hill denied everything. But then when they arrived with a search warrant, police records say Hill then confessed, saying the body was his dad's.
I mean, that's wild.
In this quiet Tempe community, police believe an unsuspecting home held a dark secret, a body concealed behind a sheet and a freezer for years.
Oh my gosh, that's shocking.
People like Penny are appalled to hear their neighbor, 51-year-old Joseph Daniel Hill Jr., is now arrested. The investigation began last week into what happened to his father, Joseph Hill Sr. Detectives were unable to find any government records of Hill Sr.'s death. Property deeds show Hill Sr. still owned the house off of Baseline and Rural and was collecting Social Security benefits until March of 2023. Armed with a search warrant, detectives discovered a fridge in the backyard covered in saran wrap, duct tape, and sheets with skeleton remains inside. Police paperwork says Hill Jr. said he watched his dad take his last breath over 4 years ago and then put his body inside a freezer. Hill Jr. told officers he was afraid of losing the house as his name was not on the deed. He also tried to bury him multiple times in the desert but was unsuccessful. He said the freezer remained in the backyard, not attached to any power for the past 4 to 6 months. Neighbors who didn't want to go on camera told Fox 10 Hill Jr. grew up in that home, describing him as a man who often keeps to himself. They also remembered last seeing Hill Sr. outside about 4 years ago in poor health. Tempe police can't confirm at this time if the remains belong to Hill Sr., but said an autopsy is being conducted. Appearing in court, a judge read Hill Jr. his charges.
1 count of abandoning or concealing dead body, a Class 5 felony, 1 count of failure to report a death, a Class 2 misdemeanor.
And set his bond at $25,000, cash only.
That's nuts. You just never know. You never know who your neighbor. That's why you should always know who your neighbors are.
Reporting in Tempe, Lauren Clark, Fox 10 News.
New tonight, a Buckeye Police School Resource Officer now placed on leave after being arrested by Goodyear PD, accused of domestic violence-related charges. Officers say they first got a call from a teen boy saying that he was assaulted by his father. Officers say Verrado High School SRO David Ellison was found in the driveway intoxicated. He made his initial appearance in court today, charged with assault and disorderly conduct. The judge discussing how he should not be treated differently due to his job. Take a listen.
One of these is a police officer, current police officer. But that's just not a reason not to bring him in.
Buckeye PD says Ellison is on administrative leave pending the results of an internal investigation, which is their protocol.
An update now on the so-called Doomsday Mom case. Lori Vallow's new attorneys are now filing a request to remove that push for a mental competency evaluation of their client, Lori Vallow. The lawyers say that they first need time to review the massive amount of records in the case with their client. Vallow's former attorney filed the original request, asking the court to look into whether she is mentally fit to stand trial. Vallow's already been convicted in the death of her 2 children in Idaho, but now faces similar charges here in Arizona, particularly in the death of her 4th husband.
Despite being shot twice, Jamal Avery is in good spirits. Not only did he get to go home today, but he also got to see his son for the first time since the shooting.
Come on, Fatso. Oh my goodness.
19-year-old Jamal Avery is settling into his new normal, recovering at home with his family after nearly 2 months in the hospital due to a near-death experience.
I remember going to put up the fence, but after being shot, I don't remember anything.
Avery and his cousin's fiance, 48-year-old Alan Whitworth, just finished repairing a fence near 39th Street in Thomas on September 1st when a man came toward them with a gun.
He protected me.
Alan sacrificed his life to save Jamal's, but both men were shot multiple times.
Alan, the man who jumped in front of the gun, I pray that his act of love is enough to make him go to heaven.
2 weeks later, Phoenix police arrested a 31-year-old Marquay Cato, who is facing 1st and 2nd-degree murder charges.
I feel relieved that, justice took its course.
Today is a turning point in his healing journey, now that he's home with his wife, Leticia, and their 2-year-old son.
Are you happy to have your dad back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leticia witnessed the shooting. Her husband was shot once in the cheek and once in the shoulder, but she's been by his side in the hospital for every surgery the last 2 months.
The bone fragments went up into his brain, and he had bone fragments in his head, and he had fell. After being shot, he fell and hit his head in the rocks.
She's now his caregiver until he's fully healed.
They think it's going to be at least another 6 months, maybe, because he still has to get the skull put back in, and that might do a couple setbacks. But after the skull, they expect him to recover fast.
The young couple is celebrating Avery's swift recovery just before they celebrate the birth of their baby girl in January.
For lifers.
For life.
A GoFundMe has been set up for Jamal and his family to help support them during his recovery. You can find that link on our website, fox10phoenix.com. Reporting in Phoenix, Lindsay Regis, Fox 10 News.